Okay, these next ones now, we're again looking to do chain rule here. We got this outside function of an exponential with e, then we have this inside function here of secant of 3 theta. However, within that inside function, we also have an outside function of secant and an inside function of 3 theta. So this type of question is kind of like a function within a function within a function. So you got to almost use chain rule 2 times on a problem like this. Let's see if we can do this one. So derivative, start with the most outer thing, which is that e right here. So any exponential is going to have the same exponential when you do the derivative with leaving this inside function alone. Okay, but now times derivative of the inside. So now we're looking at that exponent of secant 3 theta. What's the derivative of that? So start with secant, and the derivative of secant is secant tangent, and so we got secant, leave the inside 3 theta alone, tangent, leave that 3 theta alone. But then finally we have to do the derivative of the most inner thing. So what's that derivative of 3 theta? Derivative of 3 theta would be 3. So that would be the derivative of this one. Not really any way to simplify that, but that's a long derivative because you have composition of 3 functions on that one. All right, let's try another one. Differentiate this one. So now you got to figure out what's the most outside thing here. When they write this notation with sine cubed of 7x, it's really saying we have sine of 7x, and then this whole thing is being cubed. So on this one, the most outside thing is that power of 3, with this being the inside function. But then within that inside function, you got the sine, which is the outer one, and 7x, which is the inner one. So start on the outside and move your way in. So start with that power on the outside. We're bringing the 3 down, leaving all this alone. New power is 1 less, so 2. Now times, now we do the derivative of the inside. Derivative of sine is cosine, but leave this alone. But now times the derivative of the very most inside thing, which is 7x, so that derivative is 7. And that would be our answer. This one you can simplify a little bit here. Let's combine our 2 coefficients there. Also, we could go back and write that notation of sine kind of the way we had it at the beginning. So sine squared of 7x times cosine 7x. And that would be likely how you would see the solution written. All right, take a look at this one, see what you think. Would this be a product rule or a chain rule problem? All right, hopefully you said chain rule. The reason it's not product rule, our variable here is theta. These 2 do not have thetas on them, so this is a composition of 3 functions here. We would go through and do it similar to how we just did the last ones, where you'd have to start with this most outer one and then move your way to the most inside thing as you're doing it. So just make sure you see the separate variable if it's product rule.